Hey all, welcome to the homestead. So, got a new implement on the homestead. We got a Broadfork. Now, I was going to do an unboxing for this, but I couldn't find my tripod right away, so I got it out and just put it together. It was pretty simple. Came in a box, obviously, with the tines here separate. The handles just have these 4 bolts. So, pretty simple assembly. Not really much in the way of unboxing. So this is going to be the first time using it. I'm not really going to use it a lot right now. I just kind of want to try it in 3 different spots, actually 4 different spots that I know we want to utilize it in. The first one here is these raised garden beds. Now my wife's already said this is one that she wants to use the Broadfork in, so I just kind of want to see how well it works. So I'm going to put it in. Obviously not very deep for the box here, but went in all right, no problem. Probably too close to the edge here. Yeah, I'm gonna probably want to redo that a little further away from the edge because it was gonna pull the bottom out there. I'll do that, and all right. So here, it may be too difficult in the raised garden beds to use them well because the depth. But again, the whole purpose of this, it's not to plow or till, it's just to loosen it up. So probably gonna work pretty good. Now we still have this tiller, which she's never really enjoyed, but it gets in there and does more of a tillage action. Can't really see that here. Let me show you again here. Gets in there, you till it around, and you just kind of till stuff in. Don't know how much this breaks up the bionorm underneath, much more than the Broadfork, but this is definitely better, easier on previously tilled ground. If you're using this to really break up fresh ground, it is a bit tedious. I'll get to that. So. Okay, so here's our in-ground garden plot that we did last year with the potatoes. Worked out really good, and the corn. Corn not so much, but I got ideas on what we did there that worked, didn't work, and we're gonna try something different with the corn this year. So this year we're gonna do all potatoes in here. So what we did, if you remember, got a bunch of leaves from the fall and put them all in this area and then covered it. Now I looked under here a little while ago and realized not a whole lot of decomposition happening. It's a little bit better looking now, but since there wasn't a lot of sunlight exposure because of the tarp and everything, it didn't have that chemical reaction to be able to really break down, which is fine. I can just till this in, but I just want to see how the Broadfork works right in this area. So I'm just going to do one little test spot here. So I felt some roots and stuff snap when I did that, which is good because I want to get that. Now, it probably isn't all that deep. Feeling like I'm hitting some rocks here, but it's definitely breaking up some roots. So that's good. So it's working fine. Obviously, since this area had been prepped before, still a little bit loose from some of that topsoil. We are going to bring some compost in. some of the stuff that we've made over the winter, but probably truck some in from the local garden supply, and build these beds up a little bit, but maybe not. We'll see. Kind of be interested to see how well they do without adding a lot to it. Just the leaves that were there. Probably gonna use that other mechanical tiller. Come work these leaves in. Take the tarps off here soon, so that they can get the benefit of the sunlight. And we're kind of in a drought at the moment, but hopefully some rain will come. We can water it, get the sunlight working, and get some of this quick decomposition, and add that material into the ground a little bit before we put the potatoes in the ground. So let's go over to the next area. It's been a challenge trying to keep this moist and stuff, but check this out. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh man. So still a lot to go there, but you got a lot of still some chunky material there, but it's definitely decomposing, doing good there. Chickens get in there, add their manure. Yeah, we're looking good. All right, I'll come turn this a little later. Let's keep going. Okay, so we're over here now where the hoop house, the failed hoop house was. We decided this year, rather than trying to get the hoop house up and everything and restart that, for this year, we're gonna work on trying a Three Sisters plot over here. So we already had a lot of compost that we brought in for the hoop house area. Some of that got washed away, but most of it's still here. We didn't till or plow in here at all. So it's just compost that had been sitting on top and has settled for a while. So use the Broadfork, break some of that up. We've also still got a lot of prep work to do in here. We got a lot of rocks and stuff that need to get out, a lot of raking stuff, but I just wanted to see how well this does in this area here. So this is roughly where the edge of the hoop house was. So without really being mindful of rows or anything, I just want to see how well so rock it back and forth here, add a little weight. All right, and then lift. You hear some rocks scraping there. That's expected in here, honestly. Got down past it, it sounds like. And yep, there it is. If only we could make money off of these. But this is exactly what I want to do in here. Want to work on getting those big rocks out and getting this ground up. Just like that. That looks good. Now, what I probably should be doing when I actually do this is work backwards. That way I'm not stepping over. There. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come in here and do more prep work, getting rocks out, but this is gonna help with that. It's gonna probably take, honestly, a couple passes between the Broadfork and shoveled and raked and stuff to really work through getting some of the big rocks out of here. Now, could just import more topsoil, more compost. We may do that a little bit, but I really want to use the ground that's here, right? That's why we bought land, just so we can farm the land and improve it. So yes, bringing in compost can help that and help improve it, break up the clay, get more organics. But if all you're going to do is bring in dirt from other places, why are you buying land in the first place? That's my opinion, my philosophy. Doesn't have to be yours. It's what we want to do. So, gonna do some more prep work here, and in case I didn't already say it, we're gonna do three sisters here. We're gonna do corn. We got a lot of ambrosia seeds left, so we're gonna do corn. Maybe get a couple of other varieties, some squash, pumpkins, beans of the various kinds, and we want to try to have a good Three Sisters forage garden in here. Maybe throw some sunflower seeds in here, anything else that will work, and just kind of let it go as crazy as it will, and we'll get whatever we get from it. Forage for the chickens, forage for the cows, for pigs when we get them again, which we're getting close to needing to get some more piglets on the farm. So we're gonna go to one more place, completely virgin land, where and it's on the other side there. So we have the cows over there. They still have access to it right now, and we had the sheep running there for a little bit. But I want to take this area and I want to start cultivating it kind of for this purpose, but I want to start breaking it up. So what I want to do there this year is break it up with the Broadforks and get some turnips. Get some deep taproot plants that are going to just go in there, grow, break up that soil, and then rot in that soil. Maybe harvest some of them for the pigs and the chickens and stuff. But the whole point is to get a deep taproot, big taproot. It's going to break up that clay, create air pockets so that we can get other organics, other worms, other things in there to break up that soil and develop it so that next so maybe even going into the fall and into next spring, we can get a different type of crop in there to continue to improve that and have it be another forage garden, or if we want to do even a bigger potato field, or we want to try a grain, an oat, or a wheat of some sort. Something just to keep continually developing the land that we've got and making it more useful and productive for us. So let's head over there and just see how this does on virgin area. I could do it right here, honestly, but I want to do it where I know I'm going to do it anyway. Basically, just pick a spot here and see, probably a couple different spots, and try just seeing how the Broadfork goes in. Again, we've got rocks all over the place. Be really surprised if I get very deep without hitting a rock, but that's good, part of this process. So. Seems to be okay. Holly. So finding a spot that doesn't have a rock, that can be hard. So that's probably going to be my biggest challenge in prepping this virgin site, is finding a spot where I can get this in without hitting a rock. But I can do kind of like that. All right. Well, I'm gonna put this over here for a second. I think it's gonna work out good. Oh, he doesn't like that very much. I think it's gonna work out good. It's obviously a little bit more labor intensive than just getting a tiller. And you know what? I may break down. I may say, you know what, this is just too much, too labor intensive, too much work for what I'm getting out of it. maybe just for this little time, just break down and get a tiller. But I want to try and do it the better way. Using the Broadfork is, I won't get into all the details because I don't know all of the specifics very well either. Holly, don't knock over the camera. But that soil health and that bionorm that builds up down there, you know, you want to keep that intact as much as you can. Now, this isn't very well developed soil, obviously. It's pretty compacted clay. And so maybe coming in with the tiller wouldn't be the end of the world to break this up to start. But I still like to try to preserve what's there as much as possible. So at least in the areas that we started prep work of some sort, we're definitely going to use it. Out here, maybe I go ahead and rent the tiller and break up that compacted soil, do a little work getting the rocks out, and then use the Broadfork going forward. There's no wrong answer is pretty much what I've found in YouTube University and looking at other people's homesteads. There are different ways of doing things. What we always go by here, do what works. Do what keeps you homesteading. We're gonna do what keeps us homesteading. We're gonna do and pivot to whatever keeps us pursuing our dream here, which is being as self-sufficient as possible, being as healthy as possible, and being sustainable as possible. And understand the difference between self-sufficiency and sustainability, being that for sufficiency, I want to be able to do as much without outside inputs as possible. Not that I don't want to interact with other people or have good networks. I just don't want to depend too much on other people. And sustainability is how long can I keep that going? All right, there's a difference between being self-sufficient for 1 year and being self-sufficient in perpetuity. So with those three goals in mind, self-sufficiency, health, and sustainability, we're gonna do what works, right? And what works this year may not be what works next year, and what you do this year may not be what you do every year. You're planning to make the best of what you've got and make the best with what you've got to get you to that next step, to get you to that next point. And there's times where you're in survival mode, there's time when you're in growth mode, and there's time when you're in experiment mode. We've done a lot of experimenting with a lot of other things, and we've moved on to growth. We've done a lot of failures with a lot of things, and we're restarting with other things. Just don't give up. Keep pursuing. That's what we're doing. Keep pursuing the dream. Keep pursuing the goal. Keep reaching out with the networks of the people that in your community that you live with, friendships that you do form online. The social media isn't bad in that regard. It's bad if you let other people poo-poo what you're doing and criticize you into giving up. Ignore those people. Find the people that encourage you and build you up and give you that lift up. So with that, I'm gonna put stuff away. We'll work with that a little bit more tomorrow in the next couple days. God be with you all in all that you do. And remember, keep the faith, keep up the fight. God bless.